Do you guys remember a couple of months back when somebody managed to purchase a pre-release version of the Pixel 7 on Facebook Marketplace? I believe it was Facebook Marketplace. He proceeded to use this device for some time before it was remotely wiped and shut down. Well, I guess those weren't the only pre-release models floating around, because Lou from Unbox Therapy just posted a video showing off not just the Pixel 7, but a Pixel 7 Pro as well, and compared them to the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. Obviously, I will link below his full video where you can see a few more things I'm not going to talk about here. But what we will talk about here is the general look of these devices and how they compare. So here you go. This is the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. You will notice that the appearance is very, very similar in a lot of ways. They're keeping that same design aesthetic with the visor, the bar across the back. Both models of the Pixel 7 should maintain the same camera setup as before. You can kind of get a good look at that there. If we go to GSM Arena, you'll see that the Pixel 6 was a 50 megapixel standard and a 12 megapixel for the ultra wide. Again, this should stay the same here on the Pixel 7. On the Pixel 7 Pro, same thing there, but you should be gaining as well the 48 megapixel telephoto, which you can see is a periscope telephoto zoom. Basically, like I said, the same camera setup that we had before. Now, you may have noticed the symbol on the back of the device is not the typical Google logo that you're used to seeing. Well, apparently this is what Google puts on their pre-release hardware. I don't think it's meant to disguise the device or to confuse us as to what it is, but I think it's more just to designate that this is in fact pre-release hardware. So while these devices will not boot into Android and function as a phone for proper testing, he was able to at least get into this screen here. I think this is maybe the bootloader or something like that. I forget what this screen is called. Shoot me. This is the Pixel 7, and it looks like it's going to have 8 gigs of RAM and 128 storage. As for the Pro, the model he has is 12 gigs of RAM and 256 storage. Now, that would indicate this is probably a step up model, but looking at the Pixel 6 Pro, 12 gigs of RAM was the standard, so more than likely that is going to be the case again. Now, comparing the 7 to the 6, you can see here that strangely the Pixel 7 is slightly shorter than the Pixel 6. It looks like the width is pretty much the same, but again, a little bit shorter. The bezels look almost identical. Comparing the 7 Pro to the 6 Pro, though, they look really, really similar, perhaps more rounded here. He does talk about how it looks like the bezels are actually thinner on the 6 Pro versus the 7 Pro, but he says that's probably because the 7 Pro's screen is not curved as aggressively, as he puts it, compared to the Pixel 6 Pro. That might actually be an improvement for some of us. Like I said, there's more stuff in the video. He pulls out a caliper and starts measuring and weighing things. So if you want to see the full details of these two pieces of hardware, again, the link to the full video is in the description down below. These are just the things I thought were kind of the most interesting. This is what the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro looks like and how they stack up next to the 6 and the 6 Pro. Not a lot's going to change. You know, the cameras are going to be the same. You see how the screens are going to change. The Tensor 2 will be on board, so there'll be a big jump there potentially in efficiency and in power. Hopefully the Tensor continues to improve as we head into the second generation. I expect the prices to probably remain about the same as well. Guys, thanks for watching this short little video, kind of showing you guys what's going on with the Pixel 7 and the Pixel 7 Pro. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe on your way out so that you don't miss more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.